Well, with the new school year less than 2 weeks away, for some Alabama school districts, they're working on implementing a new state law. The Focus Act passed earlier this year, and it limits students' use of cell phones during the instructional time, and it's shaping new policies. Fox 20's Philip Green joins us live now with more on how school officials are preparing for these changes and how they'll impact the schools. Philip.
Well, good evening, Georgia. And right now, school leaders are finalizing plans for the upcoming school year, and making sure their policies align with new state laws is at the top of their list. They say students and parents, that students and parents come August will soon see some noticeable changes. With the Focus Act now in effect in Alabama, big changes are coming to how and when students can use their phones at school. I spoke with one superintendent on how these changes will take shape and what implementation could look like across local schools.
I think, ironically, the first major challenge that all school systems are going to have is just communication on the new expectation. You're probably going to see a soft entrance into it where we start back school on Thursday and Friday. We will probably use Thursday and Friday as days to educate and remind, to really help our students understand the new law. The law verbatim says instructional day, and it defines out what makes up the instructional day. It even includes lunchroom and class transition. It's the law, and we have to abide by it.
And while there are the benefits of limiting cell phones in classroom, the policy also sparks concerns about safety and accessibility. But it's about balance, keeping students engaged in learning while addressing the questions some parents and students still have.
The reality is, we all know that cell phones are a distraction, and that's why the law was put in place. However, anytime a law is put into place, I think after a year or two is where you'll really see it refined and adjusted to probably how it was intended.
And as cell phones are phased out of classrooms, questions remain about what role technology will still play in learning. Whiffen says the focus isn't on removing tools that support education, but on reducing distractions while keeping instructional tech purposeful and controlled.
Well, I think that's part of the challenge as well. I mean, I think the spirit of the law was to basically remove the phones from being a distraction. Now, there are still classroom activities, things like Kahoot, it has to be instructionally based, but that's going to be the challenge. If I'm a teacher in a classroom and I'm giving my students permission to use it instructionally, I'm also going to have to make sure that they put it away and power them off, because again, the law is very specific. The phone or the device has to be powered off and off the person. That's not my language. That's not the Talk County Board of Education. That is the law.
Now, school officials say, and they agree, that the goal isn't to punish, but to promote a healthier, more focused learning environment for every student. Reporting live with coverage you can count on, Philip Green, Fox 20 News.